Hi everyone, I am Tara and I would like to welcome you all back to my channel, Spirit Mother Teachings of Going Within. Today I'm going to talk about forgiveness. Give me one second. Sorry about that. I chose the topic forgiveness today because there's a lot happening in the world right now, and a lot of people are like they're getting frustrated and angry, and it's like some of us we're at each other's throats and what have you. Okay, and I said before it's like jump or hard souls. I chose forgiveness today because look around and from my own experiences and what have you, and I see that a lot of people want forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is a big thing, and we find it hard sometimes, and it's finding out why we find it hard. And it's almost like people want forgiveness, but they don't want to give forgiveness for other people. So to me, that's a little hypocritical. Okay. You want people to forget about the things that you've done to them in the past, but you don't want to forgive and let go of the things that they've done to you in the past. So that's why I say it's quite hypocritical of someone to do that. And no, we shouldn't expect forgiveness in return. It's more of forgiving yourself and forgiving others. Okay. But the other aspect of it is you need to look at yourself and say, and see yourself and say, okay, well, I want and expect this person to forgive me, but why aren't you forgiving them? Why do you feel that you should be forgiven for the stuff that you do, but you don't want to give forgiveness to other people? I forgive. I forgive myself for the things that I've done to myself, for things that I've done to others. And I hope that they forgive me for the things that I've done. But it's a matter of expecting forgiveness for yourself, but not wanting to give forgiveness to others. Why is that? Why do we expect to receive forgiveness if we're not forgiving others? That's something we really need to think of and think about. Like yesterday, I was somewhere and I was meditating. Okay. And the meditation that came to my mind was slavery. And it was kind of enlightening when I really thought about it and really looked within, and it all come out and into the light and in front of me. And there's a lot of saying we want to break free of the slavery. And the thing is, like we don't say that we have slaves, because we think of slaves as like being breaking their backs and what have you, like of what we said back happened years ago and what we're saying is happening now. It kind of blew my mind when I realized, because it was coming out of my mouth into the air saying like, hey, when you really sit back, we look at ourselves as being slaves, okay? Because we're slaves to a system. But we're slaves to each other in a lot of ways, and people don't want to look at it in that way, because like every time it's like when you bought a piece of clothing or you went to a restaurant, we don't want to look at the fact that we have slaves serving us. We have people making our clothes, and we don't think of it that way. Because a lot of those people, do you think they really want to be there doing that? Or is it a necessity? Because they have to live. These people, they go in, restaurant, they cook your food, they serve our food. And a lot of time we insult it, and we're very disrespectful, some of us. I have somebody that every time they go into a restaurant, they criticize the food. And that's why I said the other day, you don't like the food, go home and make your own. And they say, well, we pay people to do it. Well, I'm here to tell you that what we pay them is actually still slave wages. And a lot of them, they get no appreciation, no respect. And a lot of them are out there working their asses off to satisfy you. And then we criticize because, oh, well, we got to give a tip. Well, it's up to you if you want to give a tip. But that's the part that we need to be looking at, is that not only are we slaves, but we are using others as slaves, whether we want to believe it or not. And I know some people, they say, oh, well, go work at McDonald's. Why? So they can serve your food for you? Ain't that what a slave does? They serve you. The service we're supposed to be doing is helping each other grow mentally in healthy ways. Not criticize someone because the food wasn't made the way that you would make it. Well, if you don't like the way that somebody makes the food, don't go get it. If you don't like the quality of the clothes, don't buy it. Go make your own. There's plenty of thrift stores. Go buy them there. And then you're not paying that fortune. But it's a matter of remembering that everything is made and done through slavery. And we're using each other as slaves. We're not only slaves. We're using each other as a slave. So saying that I never had slaves, well, you may not have had a slave in the way that you think of slaves. But a slave is actually the person that you expect to cook your meals or go fetch things for you. Like I know they have now at these places, personal shoppers, people in going and doing the shopping for you. I can see it if it's somebody that is very disabled and can't get to shop themselves. Okay, I can see that. But when you're very capable and able to go do your own shopping, you might think you're paying this person, but then they're going and doing that. I just had to walk in upstairs. It's a lot of what happens. And this person or people want you to let go of the things that they did, but they want to keep reminding you of things that you did, even if it's years and years ago. That's why we keep reliving the stuff. They skid the money at that day. Okay. Yeah, breathe. Something or someone doesn't like what I'm talking about right now. And that's too bad. I'm right here. Got it. Yeah, I'm okay. We all have missions. And they're not always easy. Ooh. Ja, det ska du äta. See, some don't like when things make sense. Oh, okay. Yep. Right now, I have an entity, being, spirit, soul, what have you, that really wants to kind of hurt me. That's okay. Because I still love them and I still forgive them. Because they don't know what they do. If they do, it's because they're feeling their own pain and they're angry. And right now I feel them screaming. This is real. It's not about depression or anxiety. It's about feeling someone, their pain, their anger, the resentment, disdain. It's like they are so angry. And I'm very grateful for everyone that is with me holding down the grid. And I do apologize for you guys all feeling this. But I'm very grateful for your help. A lot of people having emotions right now. And I'm feeling it all. Whether you want to leave this or not. Disaraya kayashkana isale tore. Vitore tu puleta secreto tuya. See, this happens, but I bounce back very quickly. And sometimes it's like you feel like you're being torn apart. Or but I am saying it. When you look for forgiveness for yourself, just remember that it's not just about having people forgive you. It's also about you forgiving others. Right now, what I'm doing is clearing energy and and like I said before, whoever it is trying to inflict pain on me, just remember, when you hurt me, you're only hurting yourself. Kitupoleto puriasata se tiskioe kulea shkulea korea puriata sukoe tikitutai sisiota se como no motia turiata esarea kayashkoe saya. I just want it to come on and give that, because like I said yesterday when I was out walking and I meditated and I come to the realization and seeing that it is true with the slave part, and to me it is true about forgiveness, that it's not expecting someone to forgive you, but it's remembering that if you want others to forgive you, then maybe you should forgive them. And then let it go. Because it's not serving you. It's not helping you. And by saying that you let it go and then you keep bringing it up and that you're moving on and what have you, are you just bringing it up because you want to use it as a manipulative behavior? Kind of a control to try to make the person feel bad? Because in all honesty, when you do that, the person actually shouldn't feel bad. Because like I said, we're keeping our own misery, we're keeping our own anger and frustration by not letting things go and saying that you let it go, but then you keep bringing it up. And like I said, when I said something today, it wasn't because I never let it go or because I never forgave for it. It's because I was using it as an example of how can you tell somebody just like, why aren't you letting it go? Why aren't you letting the others go? It's the past. And we're not in the past anymore. We're not supposed to be in the past. We're supposed to be in the now. And when we keep ourselves in the past, that's what keeps us from being able to move forward. That's what keeps us from being able to be at peace. It's not because somebody else, it's because of your own inner self. Because in a lot of cases right now, I could fight back and I wouldn't lose no energy. Might seem like I do, but I gain it right back. Because I'm healing and I'm growing and I'm looking at myself and the things that I've done in the past. And there's a lot of things that I've done that I'm not proud of. But I don't have to hold on to it. It's a matter of learning and moving forward and letting it pass by. Because it's not our fault why somebody's not able to get past it. It's because they're not allowing themselves to for one reason or another. And that's why we have pain in our body. That's why we have our anger and our frustration, because we don't let go. We just keep holding on to it and lying to ourselves. Move it. And if this person is angry with me, well, that's their own feelings. Because in all honesty, like, there's no reason to hold on to the past. Unless you're trying to use it to justify your actions. And that still doesn't justify your actions. Okay. I'm going to leave you all with that. And we all take with it what we want. Some may understand what I'm talking about. Some may not. Some may like what I said. Some may not. Some may agree and some may disagree. And that's okay. But the time we're in now is the time to let go and move forward. Find the forgiveness for yourself. Find the forgiveness for others. And just let it go, because it's not serving you, and it is holding you captive in your own self. And whether you believe me or not, that's up to you. It's not a matter of believing or disbelieving. It's a matter of really feeling and hearing it in your heart. Because I'm not throwing shade, but I am calling things out. Because it's stuff that needs to come out. It is. It's an energy in motion. And like I said yesterday, it's like jumpers and hurt souls, and they come in, and sometimes it's because they're trying to deal with stuff, and sometimes they don't know how to deal with it. So it comes out in very destructive ways. And letting go is going to be the way to inner love and peace. Because no matter how much someone wants to think pain on me, some people would say, well, I would hate them. But I don't, because I feel the pain, and I know, I deep down in my heart, I understand what they're going through. Como koreashka asekri titiketue asa isule asulo kurokuri mokoye dai esure. Sending you all much love, light, many blessings, and most importantly, very good health to anyone and everyone wanting, willing, ready to receive and accept. I want you all to be big, bold, brave. Most importantly, be yourself, not someone who someone tells you you are or you have to be. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and be strong, because I know you are. I love you all. I'm wishing you all a great weekend.